get started with our lesson. We are on science. Now, we do have a few of you guys who still have missing assignments. So if you go to Google Classroom and you look at missing assignments and you see your name, I need you to go in and I need you to complete those assignments for me, all right? All right, we are going to be reviewing Unit 4, Lesson 2, Plants Depend on Animals, and then we're going to be taking a quiz. So if you have your books, we're going to be looking at pages 32 and 33, pages 38 and 39, and pages 44 and 45. If you don't, and so you can use your books, and you are allowed to use your books while taking your quiz. You are allowed to use your books and look through the pages while taking your quiz. What I'm going to do is I'm going to be using Connect Ed. So if you guys ever want to get to the website, which you will need to do to take your assessment later today, you're going to go to Google Classroom, click on the waffle. If you don't have McGraw-Hill there, then you have to go to the M and then click Gmail. And then click on the waffle in your Gmail. And then if you scroll all the way down, then you'll see McGraw-Hill Education. Once you click on McGraw-Hill up there, you need to change it to OISP Elementary School. And then you'll go to 2021 Inspire Science. Yours is gonna look different than mine. You guys will go to like your to-do list, or it should be right there, and then you'll take your assessment. If you guys are trying to look and review, you guys will, there's going to be like a pencil, I think, and it's going to say lessons. And then you'll click on the pencil for lessons. You'll click on this little greater than symbol, and then it'll go down. And then today we're on lesson 2, plants depend on animals. Which reminds me, I was supposed to have a parent message me back.
Like the page we start on is 32 to review, right?
Today we're going to start on page 32, yes. All right.
Miss Park, do we use our notebooks or do we do it on the computer?
You can use your notebooks. We're not going to do any writing right now. We're just reviewing.
Okay, do we have a test today?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
All right, we're going to watch this quick little phenomenon again. So yesterday, I believe this was the butterfly phenomenon, or the bee. Oh, it's a bird with a seed, never mind. Okay, so this is one way that plants depend on animals. These plants, these sunflower seeds, these birds are picking them up and they're flying away from them. The birds want these seeds because they want to eat them. But do you notice how the bird is trying to pick it up and sometimes it falls out of its beak? Sometimes while it's flying, the seeds will fall out of its beak and then it'll be planted somewhere else. And then that's how new plants can grow in different places. These are little seeds that have like sticky, like spiky stuff so that they get stuck on this cute little sheep's wool. And then sometimes like what will happen is like the sheep will like shake it off, or while it's moving, some will fall down, or maybe even they'll go to the farmer and the farmer will clean all of it off. And then, because there's seeds, maybe the farmer will plant them. So all of these animals are helping these plants so that they can grow bigger and bigger and stronger and in more places. So now we're on page 32 in your book. If you have your book, you can follow along in your book. And I'm going to go ahead and read about seeds again. And then we're going to watch this video. There are many kinds of seeds. A seed is a part of a plant that can grow into a new plant. Seeds have special parts that work together. The inside of a seed holds a tiny young plant. It also holds the food the new plant uses to grow. There are many different sizes and shapes of seeds. Look at the anise flower and seeds below. What do you notice about their shape? So here's the anise plant and seed. So look, this seed, it looks like kind of like a flower, but inside you can see the seeds in there. And then it grows into this beautiful white flower. And then look at this marigold plant, this orange flower. And these seeds kind of look like toothpicks, huh? They look kind of interesting. So all like these ones are like round and circular in like a flower pod. And then these ones are like brown and white. And these ones like kind of look brownish orange. And these look like brownish black with like tan. Seeds need to be dispersed. Dispersed means to move to a new place. Some seeds travel by wind. These kinds of seeds are usually very small and light. They can travel long distances. Other seeds are too heavy to travel by wind. These seeds are carried by animals. Some have parts that stick to an animal's fur. The seeds fall off when animals reach to a new place. The seeds then take root and grow into new plants. Write a caption for the photo below. Tell how the shape of these seeds help them disperse. So then this is a maple tree seed. And when it falls off, these kind of act like wings and then they fly around. The air will push them so that they could be planted somewhere else. Some seeds are actually going to be in like a fruit. For example, like apples. Apples have their seeds inside of the fruit, the apple itself. So you're not gonna, the wind isn't gonna carry the apple so very far away like this maple tree seed. So that's where like animals can come in. So I know this is kind of gross, but think of it this way. Let's say that a raccoon comes and then the raccoon eats the apple and it eats all of the apples, including the seed, right? And then the raccoon goes somewhere else and then it goes number 2 and it poops out the seed. And so now that seed is, even though it's in that, it's kind of like fertilizer and then it might grow and then turn into another apple tree. So animals can either carry them, maybe they'll eat them and then they'll, it'll come out of their body in a different way, or they might just carry them and then forget them. Like a squirrel might carry like an acorn, which is a type of seed. And what they'll do is they'll dig it to eat it, save it for later. And sometimes they'll forget about it and then it'll grow into a tree. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Let me go ahead and show you guys the video now.
How can animals help plants grow? Let's take a walk through the woods and see what we find. Animals help plants in 2 main ways: pollination and seed dispersal. Pollination is the transferring of pollen from one plant to another. After pollination, new seeds can form. Seed dispersal is the way seeds move from a plant to the ground. If plants disperse their seeds in a large area, more new plants can grow. Let's see if we can find some examples of pollination and seed dispersal in action. Let's see if the kids were able to find examples of pollination. Oh, look! What is this bee doing? This bee is pollinating the flower. Flowers have a sticky powder inside them called pollen. When bees land on flowers, pollen sticks to their legs and their bodies. When the bees visit the next flower, some of this pollen stays on the new flower. Now, this flower can form new seeds. This is pollination. Here's a butterfly. Butterflies also help spread pollen. Pollen sticks to the butterfly's legs, and the butterfly carries the pollen to the next flower it lands on. Let's see if the kids were able to find any examples of seed dispersal. Do you see that squirrel? What is it carrying? Oh, it's an acorn. Did you know that an acorn is a seed from an oak tree? Some seeds, like acorns, are heavy. They can't spread by blowing in the wind. Acorns have another way to travel. They can be carried by animals. Squirrels carry acorns and then bury them to eat later. But sometimes they forget to eat them. When the squirrel forgets an acorn, the seed can grow into an oak tree. There's a chipmunk. What is it doing? It's eating fruit. This is another example of seed dispersal. Seeds grow inside fruit. When animals eat fruit, seeds might pass right through their bodies. When the animal plants the seeds, new plants grow. Oh, look! One of the kids has a burr stuck to her pants. Have you ever touched a burr? They are very prickly. Some plants keep their seeds inside of burrs. When animals or people get too close to a burr, it will stick to them and then fall off in another area. This is another form of seed dispersal. Wow! Pollination and seed dispersal are happening all around us. The next time you're out exploring, see if you can find any examples of animals helping plants.
All right. And then Alex, I know that you weren't here this morning. What happened, bud? Where were you? I didn't see you for ELA or math time.
I was too sleepy.
Okay, well, you got to come to class, okay? Because then you're going to be marked absent. All right, you got a lot of missing work. So I'm gonna mark that you're here right now, but if you don't get your work done, you're gonna be considered absent, okay? So you're gonna go to Google Classroom after we do science, and everywhere where you see your name, you gotta get those works, you gotta get that work done. If you don't get it done, you need to let me know so I can help you finish it. Or if you're not sure where to go, do you understand?
Yes.
Let me just take this. So the only person we missed was Daniel, but I did see him. Okay. Let's move on. Sorry, guys, I got a little bit distracted there. All right, the next one is that we're gonna go to is going to be our closed reading. And I believe that's gonna be on page 38 and 39. Let me know if I'm wrong. It should be on page 38 and 39. Okay, pollination. A flower is the plant part that makes seeds. Flowers help make new plants. They have special parts. The middle part of the flower is where pollen and nectar are made. Pollen is a sticky powder inside the flower. Pollen helps make seeds. Nectar is the sweet liquid that helps attract hummingbirds and bees and other insects. Animals and flowers. Some animals are attracted to a flower's smell. Some are attracted to its bright colors. A bee drinks a flower's nectar and gets covered in pollen. The bee then goes to another flower. It moves pollen to the new flower. The new flower can make them a new seed. This seed will be able to grow into a new plant. Pollination is how pollen is transferred from one plant to another. Butterflies, hummingbirds, and other insects help in pollination. All right, and then the last one we did yesterday was our lesson review. And then our lesson review was on page 44 and 45. 44 and 45. So the first question that you guys answered on page 44 was, how do animals help plants? Explain how animals help plants make more plants. Animals can carry seeds to new areas. They can either carry them by getting it stuck on their fur. They can carry them by putting them in their mouth and then maybe dropping it. They can carry them by actually physically carrying it and then digging it and maybe putting it somewhere else. They might even eat them, and what I was talking about earlier. And also the wind can also help blow some of those, and also blow some of the seeds away, or they can carry them like when the butterflies or the bees or birds are drinking the nectar from the flowers, the pollen gets all stuck on their bodies, and then when they go to another flower, it gets dropped off there. So here, a dandelion seed, like a little boy or a little girl, sometimes, have you guys ever done that where you pick a dandelion and then you blow it? All of these are actually seeds. So these are all seeds you can blow, and then when you blow them and the wind carries them, then they get dispersed and then they can be planted in other areas. And then this butterfly is drinking the nectar from the flowers, and then it's getting pollen on its legs and its mouth and its face, and then it's taking it to another flower. So all of these work. Okay, wind can blow the seeds. Seeds can stick to animals' fur. Rain can fall on the dandelion and wash away the seeds to another place, and a child can pick up a dandelion and carry it to school. So all of those work, all of the above. And then how does a structure of a flower help a butterfly pollinate it? pollen is so sticky, so it sticks to the butterfly. All right, guys, let's go ahead and look at that quiz for today. So you guys don't have it yet. I haven't assigned it yet. We're going to work on it together, and then you guys are going to do it on your own. After you do this, anyone who has missing work is going to need to say, oh, you know what? I think this is going to be let's see. All right. So I'm actually going to change this quiz for you guys. So give me a second. All right, let's go ahead and preview this before I assign it. Okay, this is going to be 3 questions only today. And you guys help me create this quiz based off of the reading that we did. So let's go ahead and do this, if it will ever load. One second, guys. Okay. Give me a second.
Miss Park, you're muted.
I know, I just realized that. Sorry. Okay, so let's start. Okay, question number 1. Bees can help flowers with pollination. True or false? Can bees help flowers with pollination? True. It is true. They help pollinate flowers by carrying the pollen with their legs and their bodies to different areas. Number 2, a blank is a part of a plant that can grow into a new plant.
Seed.
An apple seed can create an orange tree. I'm sorry, that was so wrong. An apple seed can create an apple tree. An orange seed can create an orange tree. Grape seeds can create new grapevines. Marigold seed can grow more marigold flowers. So seeds are what create the new flowers. And then the last one, how can animals help plants? So we got 3 different examples, and then in all of the above.
All of the above.
Carry seeds to new places with their fur when they get stuck. Yes. Raccoons and other animals can carry them to new places and bury them or drop them. And then bees and butterflies get pollen stuck on their bodies and will disperse it to another plant. All of those are all different ways that let me mute everyone because I'm hearing a lot of feedback. I'm hearing a lot of feedback from someone. So let me just mute everyone. Okay, so those are all of your answers. Okay, what I'm going to do right now is I am going to go ahead and assign this to you guys now. And then you guys are going to take it. Okay, once you finish this test, start date today. I'm going to make it due next week. Okay, once you guys have finished your test, what you need to do is you need to check that you have no other missing assignments. If you have any missing assignments, you will need to get that done today. You will need to get that done today. All right. Oh, and then no school on Monday, guys. Monday is going to be a holiday. We're celebrating President Lincoln's birthday, so there's no school on Monday.